Breaking bad habits that are holding you back. A step-by-step guide. Breaking bad habits is not easy, but it can be done. It all starts with identifying the bad habit and then coming up with a plan to break it. Before developing a strategy to break the harmful behavior, we will first identify it. There are many different ways to go about breaking a habit, so we will explore them one by one. Some examples of bad habits are procrastinating on homework, putting it off until the last minute, not eating breakfast. However, many people have the same bad habit. Each person may have a different plan to break it. Some examples of bad habits are procrastinating on homework. The first step in breaking this bad habit is identifying why you are doing it in the first place. You are likely doing this because your assignment is due on a specific day, and you know that you won't be able to complete it without sacrificing sleep or waking up early. The reason someone procrastinates on homework is to avoid having to sacrifice sleep or wake up earlier. There are some steps you can take to break this bad habit, some of which may be too extreme for some people. The steps that could help someone break this bad habit would be to keep track of progress in a journal or planner. Another step could be to figure out what is causing the procrastination and try to avoid it. To help someone break this bad habit, they could try some of these steps are figure out what is causing them to procrastinate on homework, take responsibility for not being able to control their thoughts and feelings about work, try to reduce their reliance on the old schedule, get rid of distractions, find a new routine, or keep track of progress in a journal or planner. Figure out what they are trying to avoid and work on developing a more productive mindset. Are usually the hardest to do. Talk with someone who is supportive, preferably someone who doesn't have an addiction or disorder themselves, but has good coping skills and is empathetic. Introduction. The negative impact of bad habits on your productivity and happiness. There are many things that we do on a daily basis that can have a negative impact on our productivity and happiness. These habits may seem harmless, but they can actually ruin your life. This audio will walk you through some of the most common bad habits and the consequences they can have on your life. The first bad habit we're going to talk about is drinking too much caffeine. Caffeine, in a pill form or through coffee, tea, energy drinks, or soda, not only has a positive impact on your productivity and happiness, but also on your health. However, because it can have such a large impact on your life, it's important that you drink responsibly and not get too reliant on the stimulant. Another reason why it's important to drink responsibly is because you might end up paying a lot of money if you have to go to the emergency room. The median amount that U.S. adults drank in 2013 was 263 milligrams per day, which works out to be about 5 days' worth of daily caffeine consumption, based on the median weight of an adult in the U.S., according to data from National Health Interview Survey, NHIS. This is also not including soda and other caffeinated drinks consumed on a daily basis. If you do drink more than this amount, you might want to cut back because of the high chance of having a dangerous caffeine overdose. The second bad habit we're going to talk about is drinking too much alcohol. Alcohol has been proven to have both short-term and long-term negative effects on your work or school performance, and on the relationships in your life. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, NIAA, found that traffic crashes caused by alcohol are almost always the most common cause of death among people between 16 and 35 years old. Additionally, alcohol has been shown to have a negative effect on your physical health. It's been linked to cancer, injuries, ulcers, and a variety of other diseases. Consuming too much caffeine. If you're not cutting back on coffee or drinking enough alcohol, it's time to move on to the third bad habit that affects your mental health. Caffeine consumption. Caffeine is found in tea, chocolate, coffee, soda, and many other foods or beverages. Used appropriately, caffeine can improve your mood and cognitive functions. However, the American Academy of Family Physicians warns that excessive caffeine consumption may lead to anxiety, restlessness, and insomnia. Too much caffeine can also lead to a loss of appetite, which can contribute to weight gain and mood swing. Excessive screen time. If you're not fighting against the bad habit of alcohol use or too much caffeine consumption like your peers in school are doing, then you might be fighting against the fourth bad habit that affects your mental health. Screen time. The American Academy of Family Physicians warns that too much screen time can lead to sleep disturbances and a decrease in overall health. Additionally, too much screen time is linked to depression or anxiety symptoms in some individuals, because screens are sedative and cause lack of interaction with other people, and forces people to disconnect from the outside world. Using drugs or smoking tobacco. If you're not fighting against this bad habit, then you might be fighting against the fifth bad habit that affects your mental health. Drug or tobacco use. Drugs and tobacco have many negative side effects on the body, such as poor sleep, mood disturbances, and a decreased immune system. These factors can contribute to a decrease in overall well-being. Poor diet. If you're not fighting against this bad habit, then you might be fighting against the sixth bad habit that affects your mental health, your diet. A poor diet high in sugar, fat, and processed foods can lead to a plethora of health problems, such as obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and high cholesterol. Additionally, a poor diet can cause mood disturbances that can also have negative impacts on your mental health. Using substances such as alcohol or marijuana. If you're not fighting against this bad habit, then you might be fighting against the seventh bad habit that affects your mental health, substance use. Alcohol is a depressant drug, and for those individuals who use it heavily, may experience depression because of its ability to alter your mood and make you feel more sad. Additionally, marijuana has been shown to be associated with mental health problems such as schizophrenia. Excessive use of screen time. This can cause a plethora of negative impacts on your mental health, such as depression, sleep issues, loneliness, and the development of social anxiety. Negative childhood experiences such as abuse or neglect can fuel the four bad habits that affect cognitive function. Stress management skills. Disorders like generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Substance use disorders, including addiction, and cognitive distortions like depression. What are the worst habits that hold you back? The worst habits that hold you back are the ones that you don't even know are bad. They're the ones that creep up on you slowly, and before you know it, they're making your life a living hell. Constantly comparing yourself to others, not taking care of your health, neglecting your mental health, getting distracted by social media, being too busy. One of the worst habits a person can develop is constantly comparing themselves to others. If you're not good at comparing yourself to others, then it's easy for you to forget how good you have it and focus on what needs work. Not comparing yourself with others gives you an inconceivable sense of contentment and happiness that most people won't even come close to understanding if they don't live it. How to change your habits in 7 steps. Here are 7 steps you can follow to change your habits. Identify the habit you want to change. Start by identifying a specific habit that you want to change. Be as specific as possible. Understand the triggers for your habit. Think about what triggers your habit. Is it a specific time of day, a particular location, or a certain emotional state? Plan a substitution. Choose a new behavior that you will substitute for your old habit. Make sure it is something that is easy to do and aligns with your values. Implement a reward system. Choose a reward that you will give yourself each time you successfully perform your new habit. Track your progress. Keep track of your progress by recording each time you perform your new habit. This will help you see your progress and stay motivated. Stay consistent. Habits take time to form, so it's important to be consistent in your efforts to change. Don't be too hard on yourself. Changing habits can be difficult, and it's normal to slip up from time to time. Don't be too hard on yourself if you do. Just get back on track and keep working on your new habit.